Hello and welcome. Right, well I've done it. I'm not sure how effective it is. I did a bit of a test with this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to part X the old one for the new one. Because this especially, for the little skid steer stroke telehandler, it does sort of work, but it's not perfect. Yeah. Still, that shock is still not... I don't know what on earth is like. Yeah, so sell. We didn't lose a lot, really. And we're going to buy its new replacement. I've got 3 models. I think it is the first one, actually. Yeah, it is. I am eventually going to add colours to this, but yeah, for now it's... oh. I've begun to design my own telehandler. I have. And as I say, it is. I've got to be totally truthful. It is very similar to Black Sheep Modding because it is. But I don't want to do exactly the same as Black Sheep Modding. But it is, in my personal opinion, one of the best form factors that we've got. I don't want it to be Diddy. Oh, the plate's not there. Why is the plate disappeared when I put it plainly at the back? It's not there. Is it hiding? Sort of. It's also got supports. It has actually got proper metal supports that actually are like rams on either side. That again, I've said this. I do mean it. Can you see it? Yeah, you can just if you look there. Anything that I do like this, I'm doing it as if I would in real life, where it's got proper supports, because that wouldn't support anything if it was just a piece of metal leaning down. So yeah, I realise that. So we're going to have a bit of a quick go before the serious business of work begins. I'm hoping as well that the pallet drops. I did check. I did exactly what I said. I went back to Giants. Now, it is true. Giants have got tools that modders haven't got. Modders are actually sort of fighting back. There is an i3D converter that actually does lots more than the Giants one does, because a lot of the modders are like... yeah, obviously, like not happy themselves with the fact that they're given second class. Oh, I've done that. It's still not. Yeah, I've still not actually. I had a tweak at this earlier just to see if I could actually. Oh, this side's better, but not this side. I think it is better. I think it has. I was trying to work out which was the bits that I need to do. The occluder's in the wall, so it can't be that. It must be where you declare the inside of this thing. And obviously when you're in the i3D, it's not quite right. So it comes out an awful lot of the back, though. So that is a bit weird. I thought the occluder's job was to hide these things, but it's not. It never has worked for me, so I don't know what that is about. Right. Let's get this little, and it is definitely true what I'm saying. It is true. At the end of FS22, I did sort of think to myself, sometimes productions are actually a pain, and in some ways, lugging things around more manually. Sometimes when things are happening like we're seeing on this Let's Play, and it did happen in FS22 the same, that things like happen and it's like shoving things all over the place, and then I've got to like go to all of these production silos that are sort of doing it themselves, and I've got to tell them all to send them to the place where they should be sending them in the first place. It's a bit annoying, really. So we should. I've nearly got it right. I was going too far into the metal before on the test map, but it's still not quite right. I should really. That's the weight. I need to do a little bit more of a yeah, I've got to be careful, because obviously if you was to do it too much longer, it's going to bang on the floor when you go over bumps. That's not far off. Yeah, obviously this is one of the bad times when this kind of like non-solid thing is actually your worst enemy. We used to have to sort of do a bit of a trick before, the sort of like going through the collision, which is a bit bad. Yeah, but the angle slightly wrong on the collision. Yeah, that's not looking terribly. I will do it, but I've got to like, needs a bit of fine tuning, I would say, but it's not completely wrong. It's, yeah, sort of. Let's see, with the metal's not really metal. With a little tiny bit of refinement, it will actually work. And that's that. Yeah, again, because I'm likely to be using this again and again. I think my telehandler's going to be an awful long time off actually being ready. It's going to, I mean, I built the body similar to this, and I've similar design. I like Black Sheep Modding's better, but then he's really thought about this. My rams are in a similar position, probably subconsciously. I thought, I mean, I'm not making any bones about it. I admire the shape, but you can't really get much better than this. And I'm literally going to follow suit in some ways, but I have done exactly what I said. My arms go backwards so that the cross support is better for, well, in my personal opinion, I might be wrong. I mean, yeah, I'm not an expert on physics. Oh, and I have also checked this. There was one belt that was not quite right, and also the scale wasn't right. So this is all now really as it should be. So it's yeah, I think a little tiny bit longer on the metal, and the collision that really is the structure of a, yeah, even though obviously we think it's metal, it really is the collision itself that is actually the strength. So really that is what I mean, I know we've got the telehandler as well, but I'm not forgetting this little thing. Right, so then what are we going to do now? The other thing is we really do need to grab the fertilizer and sell that. Yeah, I'm gonna like maximize what we've got, and I'm not gonna yeah, for once I can actually use this trailer, because a lot of the things obviously we have to use the push type, and there aren't many in the game, which is why of course I chose the Fleagle as our mascot when I first originally looked at all of the trailers. I could have gone Crow, but I thought this one's about right. So we need to grab. Now I've done this. You should just about be able to get to that without sucking that fertilizer out of the. You were saying? Well, so much for that. Why am I not getting beyond? Why am I not getting fill? Oh, actually, it's a lot further out than you think. Okay, well, why are we not getting the fill? Ah, it's a little bit temperamental. Okay, well, so I haven't quite done it right. I did do this now. Yeah, again, position is everything, really, isn't it? Now we need to grab that out of the way. So I need to borrow that. Let's get a bit of position right, because it is true. Now we can refill. We're just going to try this. Yeah, because again, this is what I'm really on about. I'm trying to do this like a lot of modders have done with good design. You don't necessarily need a pusher or a blocker or that type of thing like Biggins has done. And oh, the chickens are coming out. That's better. That is better. Yeah, so I must admit, at the end of FS25, I haven't forgotten what I was saying. I did sort of like think, well, I'm not. I suppose the other thing is I could put the arm out a little bit further, although it is fairly out already. Yeah, on it now. That wasn't coming before, was it? We weren't getting it refit, and it is in the right place. Oh, why are we? Okay. There is a way to do it, but I think you have to come head on at it. You're like that, and then you're just far enough away. Well, I did this the other day on, and it is true that you had to sort of like go, like you were just on. It's not getting it. We should get it this. It probably is filling from that though. Ah, now it isn't. Right, okay. Fantastic. So it needs a bit of work. It needs to be pushed a little bit further away than it is now. Just a bit. What I was trying to do was keep this so it didn't go too much further than this, really. But obviously sometimes... Yeah, because the one thing I can't do, I suppose I could hide that further around the side, but then I'm taking up more room, and this is what I was thinking. Because the arm is obviously fixed in the middle. Why have I tipped? Oh, seriously? I suppose the one thing I can do, though, is really move the arm out a little bit more. Oh, do you know, seriously? Now, please don't dump it this time. I must have just have no idea why I did that. No idea at all. Oh, is this... I think they've both got... This has got a trailer hitch. If I remember rightly, due to the fact that I adjusted the Fliegel so it's got like multiple connections, it can... We can grab both with the one. Or this is going to be a bit of a struggle really for this, I suppose. I suppose that in this instance it's not really going to hurt because, yeah, we are really trying to grab that anyway. Oh dear. Right, so that's it. That'll do. So we drop this. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but it's a fairly flat run. Yeah, so I've got to be honest, I am nicely surprised at how much eggs we've got, because obviously I thought we'd got nothing, and really we've got like lots and lots of tonnage all over the place. So fantastic. This is going to be a bit of a pull. Hopefully it is straight. And I am really rusting to see how my... Yeah, because there should be one more thing of the pallets for the luxury goods. It should be working. What I've done is I've created another one, a completely different type, so that it should work. But again, I'm surmising that I'm right. So we're gonna have to like literally go across the road, aren't we, and straddle the road. Sorry, we are not going to be long, because this is a very quick tip. We should pull and let you go there before we reverse. Ooh, wow, they work well together, sort of. As a little, not quite as... Yeah, there's a little bit of the magic of the game going on there, I think, but not bad at all. Right, that's... Yeah, we're gonna... Oh, we're not... Yeah, we're gonna, like, swing around. Now, it is true, I have looked, and something is charging us a fortune, so I don't know how expensive that little building is, or whether it is the luxury goods. Yeah, I mean, it could be either. Let's go have a look and see. And the other thing I'm going to do is exactly what I said. We're going to stick a fence around the edge of this here, just so as I can't take liberties, because it just makes it like, I know... Well, we'll just say the neighbours have built it. Let's be honest, we could easily do that. Let's decorate fences. That's the one. Let's give them a nice fence, though. We can afford it now, so... What about a wall? Asian... Go just on the inside of the... Wow, it's I know, we're trying to build it for them. we know it's not owned by us. We're doing it for our neighbours, but obviously they don't know this. Right, okay, so this is true. This is going to mean I can't actually do anything badly, doesn't it, really? Because I can only build it on our land. So at least I can't cheat. Wow. Okay, let's go in as much as we can. Oh, wow, we own a bit more of this land than you think. Up to a point. Sorry for that. I just realised I've gone totally silent. Right, I think that will do. Cost us a bit, but it means there's no more liberties bought. It does look. I think we've got to take a bit of field off. Yeah, that didn't work out. It jutted out quite badly, so that was not so good. But we can fix this. We're going to have to steal a bit of our field, which is only fair. It is, after all, our field, and we've done it. So it's got to be generous, because I've done this before, and if you don't do it properly, it will be messy. Yeah, so it's just a bit there to. I think that's not going to be too bad. Let's face it, we have lorries and all sorts go this way, so that is really not nice. So that bit. That jutty bit, that's going to cause us issues. Can we delete bits of the wall? Oh, I think it does sections now. It's not like it used to be. Demolition mode B. Oh, okay. Oh, it is. Look at that. Oh, we're going to give ourselves this back. This is not fair. I mean, come on. That's. I just want to delete a little bit. Not an entire section. Who thought that was a good idea? Seriously, it costs a fortune in the beginning, and now I've got to do it all over again. Oh, this is ridiculous. Right, we're going to give ourselves that back. That's not fair. I know I always say mechanics rule is king, but come on, that's just taking the mick. So then we need to go from there. That's at least a better angle. Right, that was about 1,840, just out of principle. Not in this screen, you won't. Right, that's got to be about 4 grand. Let's be honest. With what I'd already destroyed as well, that's a lot bigger than that. No, I would say it's about that. I don't think that's true, and it's definitely a better shape for us now. Right, so then let's see, have we got any beetroot, or do I have to do battle again later on? Yeah, it looks like it. It does look like it. Yeah, it's not popping. Yeah, it would be there. If it was popping now, it would be already there. Oh, that's a shame. So if I pull this up, it should be saying abrupt change of traffic supply and direction. Missing texture detail in templates vehicle shape. Oh, it's not actually talking about. It isn't actually. Oh, that's not all what I meant to do. I've gone outside of the game. really... So it's... I don't understand. Yeah, we really should. We have got some beetroot brownies. Yeah, 19 tons of it. So why is it not moaning then about actually popping it out? And obviously it's not popping it out because it would be here. But it's not moaning about the it being wrong. So that's a bit of a strange one. Yeah, because I knew obviously we got beetroot brownies, so I designed the next palette around beetroot brownies. So you should really be getting a message like we saw earlier if it doesn't understand what it's doing, but it doesn't say that anymore. So it's not understanding. We've not got them going somewhere else, have we? Because we have seen this. The productions are like... Mind you, I haven't got that. Yeah, I haven't put these in. I can. Obviously, they're my productions, so I can introduce them to the map. I'm not sure you can actually, in these, actually introduce it to this itself. So it shouldn't be anywhere, really. But I'm not giving in just yet. We will definitely... yeah, 19,406 litres of that. Pig food's going up a bit. So that's nearly 4 pallets. Parsnip cakes is that. So let's switch the beetroot brownies off now. Yeah, that's off. We're just going to leave the parsnip cakes. And obviously we should be sending now. Eggs are coming in. Fantastic. Butter, plenty. But when I say plenty, not that much. Flour is obviously using it as it's actually doing it. So and we can see it's definitely a little bit too good. I think it's doing about 8 tons a day. That's just too good, really, for this type of thing. So, yeah, for some reason, it's not actually doing that. And, yeah, it's not moaning. I'll figure it out. I will. But, right, so 513,361. We have got that straw to do, but I've got to be honest, I'm not worried about it. We can really, it's not going to take too long to grab it. Yeah, it's literally, I can do that while everyone else is like cracking on, like doing seeders and planters and that. I can quickly whiz over and grab that, so I'm really not worried about it. So let's go through. I think we should have done everything. And obviously our... Oh, no. We do need to do that. Let's grab one of those traders and let's grab... trying to think if we... No, we can get to that really easily. It doesn't really matter on this one about... Yeah, let's grab that. Let's just put that down as well. So we really shouldn't need this terribly much. In fact, do we need both of these trailers? I don't think so. Yes, I've had another go at the Transstar. I've got the thing working completely properly, but I still can't make it attach. It doesn't obey the normal rules of an attacher like you could on this. Obviously I've adjusted attachers quite a few times to make the trailers, but it's not the same. So I would need to look at what someone else has done on theirs to see what I have to do that's different to a traditional attach, because there's lots of different ways to attach. There's like input attachers and basically output attachers. Not that the game calls them that, but that is really in essence what it is. Now please tell me we did leave ourselves a bit of fertilizer for ourselves. 5,000. Oh, I think we could probably do with a little bit more. If we still got that going, let's switch it on. Yeah, we do need a little bit ourselves. The trouble is it makes a lot. That is the trouble. Yeah, so I really need to pay better attention, because I'm really not trying to be... Well, not that it's terribly bad. Fertilizer. So we need... What do we need? I think it's manure. Right, okay, we'll get some manure after this as well. But the food first. We've got a bit of a gathering of tractors around. Why have we got eggs there again? Now that makes me wonder Very much so, because I can't remember putting those eggs there. Well, this is a production silo. I'm sure I moved this to over here where these chevrons are, but again, the game's not quite right. It is doing strange things. I've got to sort of say that, and that's not me sort of making it up or anything like that. It's not doing what it should be doing. I mean, the productions they were just as bad in FS25. Now, we do need to actually grab that, so yeah, we need to I didn't use an awful lot, did it? We need to be grabbing a bit of chicken food, otherwise known as wheat. Yeah, so those have been thrown there, which, yeah, so I think about 12 tons of wheat, or slightly less really. I would say 10, otherwise we're going to be in trouble if we run out. Although I don't, but no, it don't really matter. But I would really like to do the manure. Well, that's not necessarily the bestest way to do that, but hey ho. Yeah, so I am pleased though, I've got to be honest. I don't understand why they don't come out and then all of a sudden they are now coming out. It's almost like whatever fault's on the game is correcting it. I should have a fairly decent trigger for this. Why is that so tight? Is it because I'm too far out? That might be it, actually. Because I don't normally get any trouble with this. I've got this on Rizu Forest, but then again, I don't normally have any difficulty with the chickens always staying in. So since the update, it does seem to be misbehaving in lots of ways. That's better. It's more about not being at the right place for the trigger. Right, let's grab some manure, stick that in, and then it's going to make some fertilizer. And we'll leave that alone for us. Yeah, no matter how much it is, it's tough. I'm pleased. That's the best I've ever seen this, where it's like not like that. It is definitely better. But obviously we can see that it is. This side's perfect. It's the back that's the worst. But this side is definitely better than it was earlier, I think. Not terribly convinced, am I? I don't think you can put this in. I was just trying to see if we can actually dump or not. But those eggs, it looks like the place where I'm telling it to go is not the place where it actually is doing it. Yeah, it's still not dumping. Still not quite. Yeah, not doing what it should have done. I shifted this back earlier, so should really all be in this spot here. Although I suppose if it's that far out for the... We'll figure it out. I'm not worried. It's not the end of the world, and that is exactly why I've got all of these things on the Let's Plays for me to test before I put them in the ModHub, because I want to see, you know, you think you've got everything right, but you haven't. Yeah, I thought a long time ago, I thought I've got these models right now. I've tried them loads of different times. I mean, again, I have been put bad to myself. I've tried to do a complicated setup, but again, didn't want to compromise, so this should be now good. Now, yeah, so we're at 512,303. I'm interested to see how much it charges us with production costs, and all eyes are on that. I don't care what's happening. He says. Oh, let's pay close attention. Now, that's not too bad. 1,164 production cost, 7,079. Obviously, from our generators, that we've got multiples now. We've got one on there, one on the shed, and we've also got our big wind generator. So, I mean, you can see though, even with all three, it's not overpowering, not really. It's not there is a lot of lurching though, that is definitely true. And then did this self-unload? That is what I want to know. So that wasn't too bad. So again, it does seem to be true that I think the worst one I ever saw was on front. It was Frontier, wasn't it? But it's not the Frontier that we've got in this. Frontiers. A beautiful map, fantastic, very, very completely different to what you... Why is our fertilizer? Oh no, it has done it. It has done, yeah, it's run out of stuff. That's not too bad. Right, so that's done. Straw, we know we topped up last month, so that should be fine. Yeah. Slurry is full, so we need to be grabbing a full one of those. We don't want to be wasting that. We need it anyway for the... it did run out of that. Yeah, I'm chuffed. I say it's, and this is really modding. It is, a lot of it is patience, which I have got none of. But again, it is going to teach me to, because you can't do it all at once. You get tired, and I don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I used to ignore such things, but now I'm trying to be a bit more sensible and like think, no, it's tough. Yeah, I'm going to do a tank. I keep forgetting. I went out and I thought, oh, I'm going to make a tank for this. I thought it was called reverse osmosis, but it's not. That's desalination and things like that. Yeah, what I was going to do, what I am going to do, is design a tank that sort of sits. Yeah, I'm going to do it where it sits where the fence is, but is partially buried. I'm going to put a bit of slurry here. I was thinking, well, you could do... I mean, obviously, I don't know how the game will feel about me putting the... It's true, actually. I'm trying to think of the fence. I might have to do a standard traditional one here rather than there because of the fences. Obviously, in real life, it wouldn't matter, but obviously, it is a game, and you've got to cater for the game the way it is, so let's put this in. To struggle with this, but again, it's on a flat thing, it will manage it. It's just, it wouldn't be very good for going up hills. That is definitely true. Yeah, it's got a very generous trigger. Yeah, I don't know why the little silos aren't working, because they are in essence the same as these here, and I've done exactly the same as on those two, and I'm not getting the dump, so perhaps it's just too tight. I was making sure I was not under the ground, things like that, which are really important triggers, so I have no idea why this is a thing. Let's have a look at these. Oh, my life. What are the chances of that? What are the chances of us getting my... it is true, actually. No, I put it... We all know that the game has got a bit of a... And there's a... Oh, wow. We're going to blow all of our cash. I can see it coming. Yeah, if you put a new mod in, that we've all seen the fact that if you put a new, like, person's mod in, that... Now, I put this in earlier. I mucked around with them. So, and I didn't obviously know it was going to do this, like, next day, because you can't know these things. Please tell me it's not the one with the seat. So why is it taken the red off? Why has it only got silver now? Again, this is another thing. In the i3D file, that is red, and the silver is only at the bottom. And I've got this with the... we've obviously got our own harvester. It's 177,000. This is normally, but this is the one that will do. So we are definitely 100% gonna have that without a shadow of a doubt. Because we'd be silly to say no, because we need to do those type of things. The little Massey, we've already got a tractor that does that type of thing. Dumper. Is it a dumper? What? Is it a forwarder? I'm not exactly sure. It's... I mean, I can see it's got a plough attachment. I'm not being silly, but what I mean is I don't know... It's very good value, but for us personally... Oh, is it? It is a forwarder, isn't it? Yeah, it's got the attachers and see them. That is a cracking thing if we were doing that. That, however, isn't this the one? It's got that. Oh no, this has got 17,100. I'm always moaning about one of these that's only got 12,500, but that's a bit special, isn't it? Can we go for a smaller engine? Because I don't think we quite need one to be that powerful. I think 451 horses under the bonnet is not bad at all. I think we'll do it. I know we don't need a... But we haven't got one, have we? No, we've not got a normal one. That's what we keep leasing. So I think we'll do it. We can also then properly use our header. Fantastic. Well, that that put a heavy dent in our things, didn't it? Definitely. Right, so then let's go through. Yeah. So it really, if we get through to March, I think it's April. Everything, but we could start prepping. Okay, we do need to the one thing I was hoping we might get over the winter was stone pickers. I think we'll probably get a couple, but that would seriously skin us now. But then again, we've sort of got everything we need. We don't really need anything else. We've got the new vegetable harvester. We might lease a second because it's still a lot for like one to do those fields. We do still need either to lease or buy what I was talking about, the 9 metre, and we really could have done with a couple. So I suppose we don't necessarily. I mean, we have got things to sell. All my life, it's according to that 1 million. Wow. Where is there 1 million there? 106,000 in pig food. Solid fertilizer, we're not selling again. Triple soup, there's a bit. Red beet soup, there is a bit. Pig food, there's quite a lot. Parsnip cakes. Yeah. Wow, now that is making a lot. Although we have gone through a couple of months, it's still too much. So I need to tame them down. They're definitely too good. Yeah, they are. Because that's where the most of the cash is. 3,000 litres of that. Buffalo milk. Buffalo mozzarella. Wow, we've got nearly 4 tons of that. Butter, we've got a shed load. Again, 19,000 litres of beetroot brownies, but nothing is appearing. So yeah, if we sold it, we'd have to do it the old way of selling it. The thing is, I suppose really what we could do is we need some cash right now. There is no denying that fact. Let's just pop over. I don't think it will have popped at all because obviously something's not quite right. Yeah, it's not going to suddenly pop, is it? No, it's not happy. Even though it's not moaning about anything, it's just not doing it. That is strange. Why is it not doing the carrot cakes then? Yeah, now that is true. I never thought about that. We've seen this work. Why is it not doing the carrot ones? That is a little bit odd. It did it. Why is it now not doing that for the luxury desserts? It doesn't have to be active for it to pop. It's got space for it to pop, but it's not popping. None of it is. Yeah, the flour's being used as quick as it sort of can be done, but there's parsnip cakes 26 tons, and there's carrot cakes 3, and there's beetroot brownies 19. One of them should be popping. So why is this a game glitch? Missing ground reference node. I need a second one. Yeah, it has got a ground reference node. And I have put what it says in, but I think it needs a second ground reference node. It's getting complicated because it's got multiple things on it. So this is a bit worrying because really it is true what I've just said. It should be popping something. And it's not popping anything. Yeah, I mean, we've got carrot cake, so why... Oh, I know why it's not popping carrot cake. Let's switch the carrots on. And let's switch the parsnip cakes off. And I think we've only got those two going. So let's stick the carrot cakes on and the brownies. We did switch those off. Yeah, we did. So it's the carrot cakes with honey. The wrong one. Yeah, that one there. We'll stick that on. And when it gets up to like 5 tons, if that pops, we know it is definitely by a process of elimination. It's just got to be that the other pallets, it's not liking them. So I'm going to have to like design special ones. But I have done for the brownies, so I don't understand why that's not working. Yeah, I've literally designed another pallet for it just in case. I mean, it's not difficult to do. The pallets already exist. So, and it is a completely different one deliberately so that it will work. So I have no idea why it's not working. Right, so then, if we're going to sell this the other way just for now, yeah, I know it's going to mean that we're, it's annoying in a way. Let's do the beetroot brownies selling. Why are you not letting me? Oh, that's it. And the other one was parsnips. Right, okay, on the hour we should make an absolute fortune. But we do need it, we do definitely need... Yeah, we've got like seed planters to buy and things like that. And you can't wait for the sales all of the time, so we should get a really hefty bank. But it won't be as big as if we'd have like done this the other way, which was to sell it there. But I'm still happy with that. So let's knock those off because we don't want to sell any more. Oh. Let's stop selling. Why is it? Because I was on the air. It's alright. It was actually me being silly, as you can imagine. Storing and storing. Fantastic. Yeah, so it's got basically though. Yeah, we will stop selling that. We still want to activate the carrot. Yeah, the carrot case is going to make it. So that's calling for stuff. 398,478. It is February, so we've sold that. We've got enough cash that in the morning, or what are we doing in there? That is true. I've not done the others. So green beans are April 2. It looks like everything is like past. Everything's in April that we're doing. That is. It is as well. Spinach isn't. But we could do it in April because it seems silly really not to. The other thing is we could do sugar beets. Although we have got plenty of honey. So sunflowers is what I'm thinking of doing as well. I was thinking of a bit of diesel for us in the other field that's free. So I think we're going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through to March. We'll do a last little bit of selling in the morning. Yeah, I hate doing it that way now. I do like to use our self-marketing, but to be honest, at the minute, until I get this problem of the pallet sorted out, it's just not going to work. So, right, we've seen what's on sale. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to leave it be. We definitely are. So let's go through. Got a minute. Have we fed our animals? Yeah, we have. Plenty of manure. Oh, it's reading the manure. Giants. One of the things they did say that improved the very thing about the manure actually. So yeah, that's could well be that. Let's go through till March morning, and we'll also. I'm still keeping my eye on the production costs, but it does seem to be that it's always worse on that first month if you put a new production down. I don't know what it is about. Some secret cost. Yeah, 2081, that's not too terrible, really. Fairly decent, 405,000. And we don't need that. Is that not typical? I would love that as well. Lightning wrap. I bet that really is fast as well. With this, yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to buy and sell that, but we're going to upgrade our fence so that, you know, the money that we get from buying and selling this, we actually do. we get a benefit from it. So that is amazing. I'm well chuffed with that. That is unbelievably, but it is true what I say, really. I mean, I do think you could cheat, but I mean, I've got seamless. If you looked at the timing on this, and that I can't sort of cheat. That timing at 22:21 right now. If you looked at that all the way through this, you will see that I have not gone out when we were doing that. So the bottom line is, I would need to have done that. I can't set it go. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if I couldn't figure it out now, but the idea of cheating to win at a game that you don't really ever win at, to me, is just the idea is repugnant. It is. I just would rather not. Right, so let's now grab our fence. Have we got? Yeah, we have got a repair point, haven't we? It's one of these. So he's got to be that last one. Of course he's the last one. Of course he is. Yeah, sort of the other thing. When I've sorted this pallets thing off, I've become an expert at pallets. Because I'm definitely intending to do that. Then I was considering doing all of my productions with pallets, but I'm not sure. It makes a lot of work, but it's like a lot of things. If your production is a bit like this, where it's special and it only does, I don't think we have got a repair point. No, so we want to stick one down in our new farm yard here. I thought we had, but there's only so many places we have got, and it would be over here, wouldn't it? I think we do it just here somewhere, like against that. Yeah, this is the focal point to me personally of the Let's Play. So that's a bit of wasted space there, so I'm going to stick it there. And I'm going to go with the one that I really do love. I really do love this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick that where I can like get to that just like that. We don't care if it overlaps with another object. We're not blocking the door. We're only partially blocking the bay. Partially. We can still get in that. So let's upgrade this so that it is as big as it can be. I can't remember if this is... Yeah, because it's got to be the 10,000 series, hasn't it, rather than the 9. The 9's only goes up to 400 and so on. And I don't mean that only, but what I mean is, yeah, so we want to repair, customize, and we want to stick you up as high as you can go. All my life. I think that is it. I think the 415 is the one. Yeah, I am right. I thought so. The 1,000, yeah, this is the 900. Not that I'm complaining, that's still a brilliant, and it is well worth that. At 60 kilometers per hour, what is that? I do wish you'd do it miles per hour, but I know I suppose in Europe it's bound to like do that kind of thing, isn't it? Right, so then, do we get this straw quickly? I think we do. I think let's get this job done. And now I'm going to go into a time lapse for this, but we will. Yeah, we just need a trailer. We don't want about big trailers, which I would imagine. Yeah, you will do nicely. Right, I'm going to say my words. Let's get this straw done. And there's plenty of like equipment, production silos in the area for us to stick the stuff in. So yeah, we should be easily be able to get this sorted. Yeah. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. to be honest, not only it's really good fun. It really is. I love skidding around like that. It's obviously it's also again about you getting a feel for like where this is. You don't always get it right, but you can, with a bit of practice, it can whip around the field really well. I've got to be honest. It is. I thoroughly enjoy using this. I can honestly. Obviously, Dr. Drewley, it was, yeah, his that I first, there were just those few little points that I've like tweaked, but it's made all the difference. And I really enjoyed using Dr. Drewley's. I'm really not, but what I'm saying is, now I can see what I'm getting. I know when I'm going to like be full and all that type of thing. Obviously, the capacity's better, but it's also believable capacity. We've actually built a proper hopper into the actual model. So really, and also it's obviously you can drive around. I've put a slightly better engine in it, which it's only 50 horsepower, but again it's just made the difference between doing this and not. So I'm really well chuffed. Now the other thing is I was determined to do is we can set this going so that it can like plough that. I do think we're going to need to either buy, I mean, this is a big farm, it's not one where a stone picker is going to be good enough. We need to, I think, at least get a couple, and maybe I'll use a front loader. I think this can have a front loader, I'm sure. We saw that this had got a front loader option. That's not the way in. Let's have a look. Sure it had, because I think it had. Was it this one? I don't know that it is. I can't recall. No, I didn't think so. I didn't think these ones had got the option to have a... So we can't do that. Well, no, I haven't. I've not got the telehandler attack, but we can have an adapter. I could use the telehandler, but they're not so good at going on the field. That's the trouble. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Although you can use them, this is what I found. I always have this dream in FS like 19 and 22 of having telehandlers, especially the Merlot, and I thought, yeah, you can use it as a tractor. Yeah, but its wheels aren't right. And I found that obviously with the ground deformation that we've got in FS25, which is true, it has brought an element to the game that didn't exist before, but should have always existed. That obviously it's not the easiest things to bring in, but the bottom line is, because of that, things like a telehandler, which you could have used in 19 and 22, due to the ground always sort of being flat, you can't do that now. Yeah, I'm finding obviously I've tried to do this tight, which means I'm hitting the back of that, but I could have done it at a better angle, but again, it's one of those things that's always got to be a bit of a trade-off. It's not quite going to be right, but it is definitely getting the fill, so we can... Why did I... Oh, it's doing it from that again. It's doing that trick, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's... Again, it is all the same problem, really, and that is that it may still be not a terrible idea to actually get a blocker. Yeah, it might actually look, all things considered, the more I do this and the more I tweak and the more I sort of think, yeah, but it's not quite working right, is it? But that is where we're going to leave it. Are we going to... I think what we're going to do is we're going to buy, although I suppose I've got these in telehandlers. Yeah, but yeah, we've not got a tractor, have we, that we can actually use for this, because we've got two of these beautiful things. I need a front loader to actually make it work. I mean, we could use a telehandler, but then, as I said, it's the wheels. I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet and buy a couple of stone pickers. Maybe... Yeah, I think... I suppose... Could we afford 3? I'm not going to buy the Pilatus because you never know if tomorrow morning you might actually get something like that. But I mean, it's unlikely, but what I'm saying is if you do it and it happens, I mean, you could still sell it, I suppose, so it's not really the end of the world. Let's pull this back because I've no doubt that plough is going to, like, come into the field because they really always do. So I am right about the grass, though. It has actually, it's not too terrible, so I shall remember that. That, to me, is quite a big thing. The fact that the grass, you can put this grass down and it doesn't grow massively tall, but you can actually do it, because I hate concrete everywhere. So last thing we're going to do this session is plant a bit of that plastic grass. The cheap stuff. These are decorational plants. Let's get this done. Yes, it'll only charge me for what we actually do, so it won't let me put any on their land. Oh, it is. Fantastic. Right. No, that's all good. That's all good. Smash it. So, yeah, that is it. I'm going to leave it there. So, down to 260,508. We can buy a couple of Pilatuses if we sort of so desired. Well, we could lease a couple. I mean, to be honest, we are only short of something like that. 2 of those 19s would really do as well. But again, you never know. You could get a Chris S and Riley S 80 metre in the sales tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to, like, buy it now and then in the morning we get something that's perfect for us. So, yeah. So we're doing well. I'm definitely going to say that. For saying there's a hard economy, this is flowing like a normal... And we've not... Obviously, some of it we've now sold without having that as well. So yeah, we're not struggling. We've got a lot of productions, the businesses are flowing nicely. We've got a decent herd, an awful lot of chickens, which I think the probably 3 sets of the chickens are now fully, I'm guessing, but yeah, if they're fully adults, all my life, got 400. Oh, and they're going to be... So I was right. By March... But next April, I would imagine, this coming to next month, I would imagine that we'll be spot on. So we've got a header. If we're going to do sunflowers, obviously we're going to need to like lease a helianthus or buy one if we're lucky enough to get one in the sales. Not that they are the true helianthus, are they really, at the game? We've not got those at the minute. But yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.